Hey there guys, today I'm sharing a book review and it's on The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. The novel is about Dorian Gray, who is the subject of a portrait made by an artist called Basil, and when the portrait's finished, it turns out that Dorian Gray is jealous of the portrait. He wishes that he could stay young and beautiful forever, and his wish comes true. So throughout the novel, we see how when Dorian is influenced by Lord Henry's sinful lifestyle, the portrait deteriorates, becomes ugly and old and just disgusting, and Dorian stays beautiful and young. But having this portrait in his attic is basically making this guy crazy. And that is all I'm going to say about the story. One thing I particularly liked, and I found that this is like something I talk about in most of my reviews, is the characters. I really enjoyed seeing the different characters, the different motivations, and I really liked seeing how Dorian progressed from where he was in the beginning of the novel to the end. There was just such a huge contrast, and we also see that in just the whole atmosphere of the novel. At first it's peaceful, beautiful. I would have liked to be there at that time. Then as the novel progresses, I'm like, maybe I don't really want to be there. Yeah, I really enjoyed seeing that progress. I also was really happy to find the same humor that I enjoyed in The Importance of Being Earnest, which I read last year, and because it's just, Oscar Wilde's humor is just good. Yes? Okay. One thing though that kind of took away from my reading experience is the fact that it took me a really long time to get through this. Not because it was difficult or boring or anything like that, but because I had so many reading assignments to do that were, more pressing than reading this. So I had to put it aside so many times, and so it was hard for me to always switch back and get back into the book, and just, it felt almost as if I was reading a long, slow book, when really it isn't. It's a short, fun, exciting read, and yeah, so that kind of took away from it. So that's why I'm actually happy I haven't filmed this review until now, because a few weeks back I would probably have thought, you know what, this was not an amazing read. It was fun, but really, it was really, really good. I just wish I could have read it in one sitting. I really enjoyed trying to imagine how this novel could have been perceived as a bad novel back in the Victorian times, because Oscar Wilde was a provocative writer for that time period, and I don't know. So yes, so this is a very fun novel to read. I definitely recommend it, especially if you're trying to read more classics. It's short, it's fun, it has humor. Yeah. Initially I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, but I think I'm gonna give it 5 out of 5 stars because, yeah, as I told you, I had a weird reading experience for this, but it was definitely very enjoyable, and I will probably read it again in one sitting when I have the time to do so. Alright, that's all for my review, and I hope it was somewhat helpful, somewhat fun to watch. Yeah, I kind of feel bad for not having more to say about this book, because it was really worth the read. However, I do have my usual links down below, which includes Goodreads, and sometimes I put mini reviews on there, so maybe if there's something I missed out here, it might be there. So you can check that out if you want more of my opinion on this novel. If you've also read this novel, please let me know in the comments below what you thought of it. I'd be really interested to know, and aside from that, I hope to see you again soon, and until next time, bye!